Sagittarius, Dark Dove Tarot here. Hope you're doing fantastic. This is your May 2021 love read. So again, this is for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for May 2021. This is a general love read, so keep that in mind. Hopefully it resonates with the majority of you, but you always want to check your other signs. Some months those may resonate with you as well. Add a little clarity to your story. You get my point. So again, this is for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. General love read. Any likes, subscribes, comments are greatly appreciated. If you would hit the bell icon and subscribe, that would help my channel out a lot. Also, if you are subscribed, and those of you who've been supporting me this whole way, it's been amazing. I appreciate everybody who's let me know that they're not getting notified when my reads come out. YouTube has said that all notifications need to be on for the meantime while they're checking into it. So just throwing that out there. If you are already subscribed and for some reason you are not getting the notifications, if you can hit all notifications for my channel, that will help you get those as well. So let's see what is going on for Sagittarius for May 2021. Also, private read information is at the bottom, and if this video does resonate with you, then getting a private read or joining the extended or getting the extended would be great. So again, there will be an extended version for those of you that this resonates with. We'll cover a little more, add a few more cards, a few more clarifiers, and some more oracles, and go from there. So again, let's get started here for Sagittarius. Let's pull your oracle card and see what is going on for Sagittarius. Oh man, I can't believe it's already May. It's crazy. It's almost Christmas, right? It's almost Christmas. Just kidding. These cards are a little sticky. Let's see what we have here. You have making a choice. So I think the definition here is obvious, but just to go over it, there's going to be a choice between two people, possibly two jobs, even though this is a love read. If there's something major that shows up that, hey, there's something going on with a job, I don't just ignore it and pass through it. We'll go over that, but making a choice. So there's going to be a choice. I'm guessing it's between past and present, but we'll have to see what the cards say. It may be between two people from the past, two people from the present. It may be between, a family member and a lover. We'll see what's going on, but definitely two things weighing on your mind, two choices here that you'll need to make a decision on. It seems kind of like the Two of Swords or the Justice card, where the scales, are telling you that a choice is needed, because neither one of these are going away. So somebody from your past is very interested in still communicating, but maybe you're seeing somebody in the present and you're not sure which direction to go. So let's get started here. Your current position coming into the month, you have the Sun card. So the Sun card is representing solutions, clarity, that, gray skies are lifted. Oftentimes this also can represent Leo, but the Sun card, like I said, is hey, we see the answers right in front of us. We see a solution. So there's a choice here you maybe have been thinking of long and hard. And this coming out right off the bat with the Sun card, it says that you already know, whether you're admitting it to yourself, whether it's a secret to others. I'm not necessarily saying a secret like it's sneaky or anything like that, but maybe it's just taken you a long time to get here. And so you're going to be kind of easy with the information, if that makes sense. You're not just going to be like, oh, I choose you, or, see you later, I'm ghosting you. This talks about, letting the energy and light kind of surround you and make sure that you know what's in your heart, know what you want to do, what's the right thing. Don't stray from the truth, like follow your path of where you're going. So the Sun card is saying you finally see clearly which direction you want to take, or which direction, heading towards which direction is going to bring you the sun versus the darkness. And it's almost like a path has cleared that you've been waiting for to see what's going on. Maybe a past person, is just done. You guys are completely done, and moving on is the right path. Or maybe finally there's communication and you're going to see what happens. The next card you have is how you're feeling coming into the month. And you have Temperance, which is Sagittarius's card. So you could be dealing with a Sag or have Sag placements in your chart. Temperance is about patience. It's about moderation. It's about balance. So right now, that's your focus, is making sure you have all of these things balanced. You know, it shows joy and justice and anger and sorrow. It's kind of mixing everything together and understanding that it's okay to feel sad sometimes, but in moderation, because this isn't, you know, if you're in pain or there's something from the past, it isn't forever. Again, the gray skies have lifted. If you're, you know, super happy and excited to move forward, there's nothing wrong with that. That's amazing. But this says be patient and make sure that it's the right decision for you. Make sure that, you've thought out these plans clearly and diligently. They're obviously extremely important, especially with this making a choice. This isn't just, I mean, this could be somebody you thought was a love of a lifetime versus somebody you think could possibly be your twin flame. The next card you have is your distant past, over the past 5-10 years throughout your childhood. And you have the Lover's card. The Lover's card is Gemini's card. So you could be dealing with a Gemini or have Gemini placements in your chart. These cards are wobbly. I love this deck, but these cards are wobbly as heck. So again, you could have Gemini placements or be dealing with a Gemini, but the Lover's card is a duality. This talks about, now this makes me think that you are dealing with somebody from the past and possibly somebody from the present, or looking for somebody in the future, because the Lover's card, like I said, is a duality. And this is in your past placement, which says there's possibly a love coming back. This is, you know, somebody that you love very much, and this was reciprocated. So whether there's communication or not right now, you're being patient with it. If this person is coming back, if you can feel their presence, if they've already communicated and said, you know, hey Sagittarius, I'm here, I want to have a conversation, you still love this person. There's still feelings there. There's no denying this. So this distant past card talks about, you know, recognizing that love, whether you move on with them, whether you know, move away from them, or you know, you guys get closure and cut it off, knowing that there probably won't be communication in the future. Either way, there's still a connection here. And it feels like there will be a connection here for quite a while. The next card you have is the Emperor card, which is Aries card. So you could be dealing with an Aries or have Aries placements in your chart. You have a lot of people showing up. Leo, Sagittarius, yourself, Gemini, and the Emperor. And I just caught that. Temperance, I said if you have Sagittarius in your chart, and you are Sagittarius. So sorry about that. I get, you know, motor skilled into naming the different signs that come out. But the Temperance card, you showing up in your read, is super important, because this talks about your balance. This talks about you being organically interested in finding the love of a lifetime, of finding the love that you want. Now you have the Emperor, like I said, this is in your immediate past. So this is over the past few months, and you have, which I said was Aries cards. You may be dealing with an Aries or have Aries placements in your chart. But the Emperor card is very traditional. This is somebody who's very stable, somebody who is like rock solid, somebody that you can count on. So either you're meeting new people and you're finding that there's a balance of, there's somebody out there who makes you feel good about yourself, that you're connecting with, that you haven't felt this way in a long, long time. And yet there may be, like I said, somebody from the past who kind of, they're telling me interrupt. So not necessarily a bad thing, just maybe not good timing, because you're trying to get to know somebody new, possibly this Emperor card, somebody coming in who wants your time and attention, but you're still either stuck on this past person, or, you know, their presence is still very much alive in your life or your mind or your heart. And therefore that kind of, it doesn't negate the Emperor. It just doesn't allow that to come in fully, to open up fully to the Emperor. The next card you have is your distant future over the next few months, and you have the Three of Swords. Now, Three of Swords is heartbreak, it's pain, it's despair, it's a breakup, but this doesn't feel like your pain or your breakup or your despair. This feels like whoever this choice is with, whoever you have this choice with, this you know, A or B, or however you want to put it. Whoever the choices that you make, or whatever choice you make, is going to affect somebody in a way that's, you know, heartbroken. That's heartbreaking. I'm not saying that they're going, oh, Sagittarius, I can't live with you, or oh, or without you, or Sagittarius, that, you know, I'll never be the same. But there's going to be, you know, let's say you cut off the past, you love them dearly, you have a strong connection, but this Emperor's come through, and this is somebody who's been dependable and somebody who has been reliable and good to you and builds you up instead of breaking you down. And the Three of Swords, you decide to cut off the past. You know, there's going to be somebody from the past who is heartbroken because they're going to know that this is almost like a finale, like that your answer, your choice is finalized. But if it's the Emperor that you're cutting off, somebody new coming in, or somebody you haven't met, but maybe you're going to meet you coming up in the next few months, where this person comes back, isn't it always that somebody comes back when you meet somebody new? And this Emperor may be feeling hurt by this Three of Swords because you choose somebody from the past, and they're kind of like, well, you know, I thought we could have a chance here, but I guess we don't. So there's kind of a double-edged sword. It could be either or. Now you have the Knight of Cups in your immediate future. So throughout the month of May, the Knight of Cups means romance. And I really feel like you might have a few different people romancing you. You may have a few different people who are trying to get your attention here, Sag, because the Knight of Cups is romance. It's kind of dreamy, whimsical. It's writing your own story. You know, the world is our oyster, and we can do what we want, and it's just the two of us in here. You know, he's pouring the champagne, and you know, this is bubbly and happy and all of the above. But there's something about this card that, you know, irks me here in this position, because this feels as though somebody's being true and somebody's not. And that may be where the Sun card is saying, you know the answer, or you see the solutions, or you will know when this past person comes back, or when you start to get to know this new person more and more and more. That's why I said with your card, you know, take the patience you need, moderation and balance, because somebody here feels like they may not be genuine, and that's why this choice is so important. The next card you have is anything tangible that's going to happen throughout the month. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the feeling I was getting. This card kind of solidifies that. You have the Seven of Swords, and this is something tangible again throughout May. The Seven of Swords is manipulation, it's strategy. So somebody new, you know, may be repeating kind of an energy from the past. So you're dealing with somebody who, you know, it tells you everything you want to hear, and oh, that's exactly what I want, but they're on like 10 different dating sites, or they're telling you, I want commitment, and you're starting to see a different side of them. Or this is the past. Like I said, I'm going to keep playing both sides, because it really does feel like there are two parties here, or there could be a few different parties, but, or the past is coming in, oh, I love you, but it's because you're moving on from them, and they don't like that. And so they're doing the best they can to keep you from moving on, because maybe they're still unhappy in their life. The Seven of Swords, like I said, you just got to be careful, because it's manipulative energy. It's a strategy. Somebody wants your attention, but maybe not for the right reasons. The next card, it looks like Aunt Jemima. The next card you have, I love this deck. This is the Housewives Tarot, and it's hilarious. It's you know, retro, but it's able to laugh at itself. So anyways, my whole point here with this is internally how you're feeling throughout the month. The High Priestess is somebody watching over you. The High Priestess is somebody who you know, it's the universe guiding you. So in your mind, you're going, okay, I'm going to wait and see the signs. I'm going to wait and pay attention to my gut, how I feel around somebody, because there is, I feel like several parties, at least two, for some of you 3 or 4, for some of you, you're dating some new people, maybe consistently dating a few people, and then somebody from the past, maybe even 2 people from the past. So you're kind of Sagittarius, you've got a lot of things going on, but again, somebody isn't being true with you. And the High Priestess is saying, all right, you know, Sagittarius, when it's time, you'll know the answer. And your gut may already be feeling it, but you're being patient with your decision on, you know, how you want to go forward, or how you want to make this choice. But just remember, keep in mind, they're telling me, you know, make sure you remember that choices don't have to be in this type of scenario. It doesn't mean that, like, if you cut the X off because you're enjoying, you know, meeting new people, and you think that that's got more potential, or that's healthier for you right now, that doesn't mean that if you cut the past off now, it's never again. The door is shut, and never, there's always a crack somewhere, right? The next card you have is your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month. And you have the Hanged Man card, which definitely deals with Pisces. So you could be dealing with a Pisces or have a Pisces placement in your chart. You have a lot. Like I said, you have Leo, yourself, Gemini, Aries, and now Pisces coming out here. The Hanged Man is saying don't make a swift decision. You don't need to move anywhere quickly. You don't need to act hastily. And that's why I was saying with your card up here, be careful with making a choice too quickly, because you could have mixed emotions between all of these different people. So hang them out to dry. And I know that sounds weird, but, see who sticks around. Say, right now I can't make a decision on being committed to anybody, but I'd like to continue to date you or see you. And same with the past. If the past comes forward and that's something you're contemplating or somebody you're interested in talking to or, having a connection with still, you don't owe them an immediate jump into a relationship. So the Hanged Man says, be cautious, choose wisely, take your time. There's no rush. And then in the ending, your outcome is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is wanting to see, wanting to be able to love without having ever had heartbreak. This is a childlike innocence. This is the epitome of, nobody ever broke my heart. None of these people ever broke my heart. I don't see it. It's blocked. It's out of my eyesight. It's wanting to see things fresh with a new perspective and have no hurt in your life. And who can you do that with? Somebody from the present or somebody from the past? Or could you never do it with the past? And therefore, even if you haven't met anybody, potentially you're going to find that in the future. So the Page of Cups, look, whichever direction you can face with the least amount of heartbreak. And some of you may say, well, Dark Dove, it's going to be, not dealing with the past because there's too much shit there. But that's not always true, because sometimes that gets carried into new relationships instead of getting closure or, or getting some sort of, moving on from a situation or not even closure, but accepting and working through it, right? All right, so to clarify your outcome, you have the Six of Wands, which is victory, success, achievement. Whichever way you go, you're going to be fine. Whichever way you go. So this anxiety about I must pick the past or I'm going to lose it, or I must pick, a future person because there's no way I could deal with the past anymore. That's not the case, because you've got this Queen of Swords mentality here going over this Three of Swords. The Queen of Swords is going to very nicely, but very honestly tell this person or these people like it is. The Queen of Swords is somebody who's grown wise to games and trickery and tomfoolery. So the Queen of Swords says, look, I've grown wise to the games and to the BS, and I don't play those games anymore. I'm too old for that crap. But I will have a discussion with you and we could talk about it, but my choice is going to be X, Y, and Z. So you really are going to be making some serious decision about somebody, and breaking hearts while you're at it, Sagittarius. I mean, literally breaking hearts while you're at it. Okay, let's pull your Oracle card, and then I'm going to go through this even further in the extended read. So your Oracle card closing this out is perfect. Feast of Plenty, choices and their consequences. Man, Sagittarius, I hate to say it, but this runs deep. This choice, like, it's making me anxious. Which way to go? Which way are you going to go? And yet at the same time, I feel very calm. Like, I know what I'm doing and which way I'm going. All right, Sag, if you want more clarification, again, extended link is below. I will see you guys later.